Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another Transformers review. Today we're taking a look at another Combiner Wars figure, and it's Decepticon Viper. Yes, I've been waiting for this guy ever since I first saw him announced. Very, very cool. It is obviously a repaint of Powerglide, but that's okay because of the cool factor here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this review started and take a look at the packaging. Alright, so here we have Decepticon Viper in the box, and it's the same card style that we see for these kind of, I guess, legend-sized figures, the smaller figures, Scout class, whatever you want to call them, which is really cool. We have him in package here. It says Transformers on the side. It's got the Generations logo, Combiner Wars, some really cool artwork there of him. He's got his name at the bottom. He comes with a collector card, and then on the side it says Forms Galvatronus, and I'm going to put a link right here because I want to talk about that in depth on a different video. So definitely check that out and let me know your thoughts. But yeah, nothing really there, nothing on the bottom, just kind of a close-up really quick of the artwork. Looks pretty cool. I like it. Very, very nice. Of course, there he is in package. And then Decepticon Viper with that Decepticon logo kind of rolling around, looking super cool. And then real fast, there's Galvatronus. So yeah, very, very nice. Here's the back of the package. You know, it's the same kind of stuff that we've had before. There's a small write-up. He does turn into the gun just like Powerglide does. There's his jet mode, and then there he is in robot mode. So just kind of a close-up. There he is. There he is. There he is. And if you want to pause and read, you can. So yeah, very excited about this figure, primarily because this is a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover figure, and we're getting a few of those this year. I'm so excited for it. So this is the first one on retail, I think, ever. I know they did the Shockwave Hiss Tank and the Starscream fighter jet last year, I think, and they were G.I. Joe vehicles painted like Starscream and Shockwave, which was pretty cool. So this year, we get some Transformers with G.I. Joe themes, this being the first one. And then we're also getting some, I think, club membership exclusives. There's going to be an old Snake figure from the Only Human episode, which I cannot wait. And he's going to come with a couple bats that are basically repainted Transformer Prime Soundwaves, which looks pretty cool. And then there's going to be a set of figures of Human, RC, Ultra Magnus, I think, and Rodimus, but they don't. I don't think they do Springer in it. I haven't seen a picture of Springer. I'm not sure why they didn't, but we get G.I. Joe figures of those characters, which are going to be very, very cool. So this guy, the concept is he transforms into the Cobra jet, the Viper jet, or was it the Rattler? Yeah, the Rattler, which is very, very cool. I do dig that. So let's go ahead and get this guy out of the package and see what we think. Here we have Viper out of the package, and I gotta say, I am digging the figure. Very cool stuff. So he does come with a couple little things. One is his collector's card, which is basically the artwork that we had on the box, but that's really cool. Now, the one thing I did notice straight out of the gate, he's a very light blue glowing eyes here, and they're more of kind of a darker blue / gray on the figure itself, but that's okay. I'm not too particularly upset about that. Here's instructions, and they're pretty much the same instructions that we get with Powerglide, except it does have, they did change the details to add the Cobra insignias, which was really cool. I do appreciate that. And then Galvatronus, I'm going to show this off. So they show how he can become the gun for Galvatronus, which is pretty cool. But that's not really what I want to talk about. So here are the components. Obviously, we have Cyclonus here as the main body. This is obviously one of the aerial bots, but on the box, it looked like it was a different paint scheme, so I'm wondering if that's somebody different. And then on the legs, it looks like it's either Dragstrip or Mirage, and then I think that's Rook, perhaps there. And then this guy looks totally different. I'm not sure who that is. If you know, leave a comment. I mean, I wonder if this is... There was rumored that we're going to get some Technobots. I wonder if that's a Technobot. I can't place that as one of the aerial bot jets, though. So if you know, please leave a comment down below. I'm very interested. So, here's the figure. I am liking him. He's pretty good. The paint scheme really works well for the figure. I like the red and the little Cobra logo around the Decepticon symbol. That is really cool. It reminds me of the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover comic that had that logo on it, which is really nice. And the face sculpt really reminds me of one of the Cobra Bat, the robotic battle Cobra bad guy. I like it. I like it a lot. Like the blue, looks really cool. We get this nice kind of brass color on the missiles on his back of these arms. Black canopy, just looking super sick. So just kind of a close up of him. Really digging it. Yeah, and that bat, that Cobra style flying bat. It's hard to get the detail there, but yeah, it's a Cobra symbol, and then it has bat wings around the Decepticon logo. Very cool. I am digging it. The paint scheme looks nice. Yeah, overall, definitely digging this figure. So let's go ahead and compare this guy to the Powerglide version. So here we have Viper and Powerglide side by side, and wow, what a difference paint makes, right? I mean, they're the exact same mold. They transform the same way. They have the same articulation. Of course, Powerglide and Viper have different head sculpts and different paint jobs. Both equally impressive. I do like them. Although this figure is a little bit more stiff in the joints than this one. And that's not just because it's a brand new figure. This one's always been a little bit loose on me, so it's nice. There's no mold degradation in this guy. Yeah, I mean, they look really cool. Side by side, I am digging them. You can see the differences. I like how they put the kind of copper caps on the back of his weapons there. I think that looks really cool, where that's just all black on Powerglide there. But yeah, very nice. Definitely cool. He's got this really nice big Autobot logo. Of course, he's got the really cool Cobra Decepticon symbol there. So definitely digging the two together. So here's a close-up shot of the two bots side by side to get kind of a look on their head sculpts, how different they are. I like the fact that Viper does not have the little gun piece that Powerglide does, because that always feels like I'm going to break that when I spin his head around. It's so tiny. It doesn't feel that, it's going to snap. I'm just always afraid of that, and I like how Viper doesn't have it. But yeah, definitely cool how they gave us a new head sculpt that's more Cobra-like for this figure. So here we have Viper in his jet mode, and it's pretty much the same kind of hard to get to stick together as Powerglide. That's very unfortunate, but I mean, it's just the mold. Looking at it, I like it. It looks like the Cobra Rattler, and that is awesome. I do appreciate that a lot. I'd like to have had this in a deluxe size figure, but I'll settle for this. Definitely pretty cool. I like the look. The paint scheme looks nice. Just kind of a close up here. Yeah, I mean, looks really cool. I like the kind of, I thought it was black, but it's actually kind of a charcoal smoky silver canopy, which is nice. The little black nose tip. The blue and the gray and the silver on the thrusters looks really cool, but what really makes this is Oh, that is gorgeous. That Cobra logo with the bat wings over it just looks amazing. That is just absolutely beautiful. And we get the Z06 just like we did on the old Rattler. Definitely appreciate that. I think that is very, very cool and very fun. So let's go ahead and compare Viper to Powerglide in the jet mode. Here are the two jets side by side, and well, quite frankly, Viper wins this hands down. I think that this, well, I mean, it looks like Powerglide. That's exactly the way he looked on the show. The cool factor on Viper is the Cobra insignia and numbering, the color scheme that we got on the Rattler from G.I. Joe, and that is just all kinds of cool. And finally, here we have Rattler in his gun mode, which this is not a very good gun mode, but, I guess it does work. But much like the jet mode, I think this is a lot better. I love the kind of copper missile pieces there. I think that looks really, really cool. And then he's got the red scope there. So I just want to do a comparison shot very quickly of what Powerglide looks like next to him, where Powerglide has the black missiles on the side and the blue scope. Viper's just looks a lot cooler. I really dig that. I think that's pretty fun. So once again, Viper wins over Powerglide in weapon mode. So is Decepticon Viper a figure you want in your Transformers collection? I'm going to say yes. Surely on the fact that it's a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover figure, and it's the first one to hit retail, and I love that. He is kind of hard to find right now. I had to order mine off of Amazon.com, and I spent about $20 on him, so I spent a little bit more money on him, but I had to get him. I wanted to make sure I got one. I got a feeling this is going to either be a very short pack figure in his wave, or people are just going to snatch him up. I think he's going to be really popular, but definitely cool. Love the nods to G.I. Joe with the Cobra logo, with the Rattler emblem there, and coloration just is phenomenal and definitely worth the pickup if you're a G.I. Joe and Transformers fan. So there he is, Decepticon Viper. If you guys like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. What do you think of Viper? I'd love to hear your comments down below. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel, sharing my videos. I do appreciate it. And as always, look for more videos in the future.